Hey, you guys, Brandon here. I'm going to jump right in and not waste your time. So, a thing that I've realized that holds me up, that I wind up falling into the same trap, the same pit over and over again when it comes to making video games, is this: that the games that I'm making keep turning into a spreadsheet. Turns into an Excel table. Worse than that, working in a video game, it's an abstraction of a spreadsheet. Let me explain. You might have seen my devlog working on Cosmic Cavalier. That was fun, making a spaceship going around. It was fun getting all the planets all orbiting. It was fun being able to, work on your ship and go to the planets. But underneath it all is a game about trading and picking up, things and trying to find out how to sell them. And what is that? What is that? Well, that is a database. That is a spreadsheet about item, category, cost, another store on a different planet. Do they buy it? Do they buy it for more or less? That's not fun. That's not fun. Working in an Excel spreadsheet is not fun. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. That's not the kind of person I am, and I don't nerd out like that. Ooh, look at the numbers. I can to a little small degree, but it's really not where my heart is. And when I'm making a video game that's really based on that spreadsheet table, not fun. Okay, so another thing that I was working on, and I still actually do want to work on, is kind of a D&D type app. But anyway, if you've got a character with all of the items they could possibly be holding and what they do, if you've got a list of every single item in the game, all of the enemies and their drops, what am I describing? It's a spreadsheet. It's a table. It's a grid. Not fun to program, not fun to play. And in this case, it's supposed to be kind of, a helper type thing, so it has to be what it is. But it's not fun for me to create it. Shifting gears, last video that was not recent. I told you guys before, I don't. This is just me. I am who I am. I'm a little spazzy, in case you can't tell, and it's difficult to keep on track. So it's been a minute since I've uploaded anything. Sorry, not sorry. You know what you were getting into when you hit the subscribe button. But the last game, I really wanted to make a cozy game, and I was inspired by this idea of the pie shop kind of thing, and I was working on that. It was cute, and getting things interacting and being able to put ingredients in and mix them up and make pie dough and things. Okay. I know some of you are laughing at me because you can already see where this is going. When you have a list of ingredients and you need to track how many have gone into a bowl, darn you spreadsheets. When I say that a video game approach to this is not only is it a spreadsheet, it's an abstraction of a spreadsheet. If you could go into Excel and or into Google Sheets and just write it all out, you can see it in a grid in a table. You don't do that in a video game. When you're coding, you're going to have to translate that over to an array. An array is not a visual representation in a grid, so it's even harder to work with than the freaking spreadsheet in Excel would be. So not only am I doing something that's just leading me down a boring path that's difficult to work with, it's an abstraction and a representation of something that's boring. God, it can be really difficult. Okay. Woo! Just let it flow. So the revelation kind of hits me that a lot of my ideas and the way I start working winds up going down the route of a database. So now it takes a few times. I start to get it through my head and to realize where the pitfall is and why I get, real stymied and hung up by it. One of the games I finished making that is my namesake. They're Foldup, the Foldup Runner game that you can play. Not a spreadsheet, obviously. It's going to have some arrays and some databasing to it just to make it function. But at its heart, it is this tactile, physical interaction kind of a thing. About speed and direction and about switching your character form quickly and kind of exploring and discovering and finding and character. That's all the stuff I love. I love that storytelling element and discovering new things. I don't love programming a database. What am I getting at? If you start to understand what you like and what you don't like, it might help you understand yourself a little bit better. Me, at my heart, I'm kind of a storyteller a lot more than anything else, and I make video games for fun. I'm a try-hard. I'm not a professional developer. Let's be honest here. I'm not that kind of person. I don't have that kind of mind. But I do it for fun because I like to make things move on screen. I like to be able to interact with things, and I like to be able to use that for storytelling. So, understanding myself as a person and having that mirror held up to my face helps me a lot to understand where I might succeed and where I might fail. So, question to you is to think, what kind of pitfalls you keep stumbling into, and is there a common element tying them all together? There might be. And if you enjoy spreadsheets, I have a few games I'd love for you to help me with. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a really great day out there. Be awesome.